Morning, everybody. I would like to call this special meeting of Development and Property Committee to order at 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. As we gather this morning, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of Council and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the First Nations. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. We are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Evelyn, has roll call been taken?
Yes, thank you, Chair, and we have quorum.
Thank you. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof? Seeing none, then we will move on to the item that's up for discussion, which is the Real Estate Division report, and I'll turn to Director Davis.
Thank you very much. And just to start off the committee, just to apologize for the late changes. I was working with a different tender document, so that's why I had a small, minor change for the location of the company we're talking about today. Just to put it on the table, we have one bylaw in our report, found on page 2, and I'll read the recommendation and then have the discussion if need be. The recommendation, Chair, that the Development and Property Committee recommends that contract RE 2024-01 RP Eganville Paramedic Base Service Base Renovations as submitted by TS General Contracting, Pembroke, Ontario, for the proposed retrofit at the new paramedic service base in Eganville, Ontario, in the amount of $154,500 plus applicable taxes be approved. And further, that County Council adopt a bylaw to authorize execution of the contract.
Thank you, Jason. You've heard the recommendation. Can I get a mover and a seconder? Moved by Councillor from Greater Madawaska, seconded by the council or the warden. Thank you, and please go ahead with the background.
Thank you, Chair. So, behind me here is Kevin Raditz, in case you have any individual questions. So just for the paramedic station, as a reminder and as a review, we purchased this station late last year, and we're in the process of renovating this station. And to expedite the process, to get this renovation completed, we're taking on the contracting services of the renovation. So what we're doing was we're parceling out individual parts of the renovations as we move forward, and as part of the report, you see this is just one step in the renovation process. And what you see here, a number of contractors did supply or submit bids. We are recommending going with the lowest bid. And as a reminder, this bid is just for the office space. You may recall, or if you recall, that the paramedic station at the old O'Grady property in Eganville has two floors for office space. And this renovation part is just for the 2 floors, for the bathrooms, and creation of walls, et cetera, not including the garage space. So you'll see probably another tender for the garage space shortly. But again, we're trying to do this in an expedited fashion to get them as quick as we can from the municipal office into this building sooner than later. And Chair, I'll leave it at that. And again, Kevin Raditz is here for any questions.
Thank you, Director Davis. Any comments, questions? Yes, Councillor from Renfrew.
Thank you, Chair. To Kevin, with the bids that you received, are they on the norm for this year, or they're high, low? Are we going to make the $400,000 budget? Is what I'm looking at the end. Thanks.
Thank you for that question, and through you, Chair. Well, as you can see, the lowest bid was a 154.5, so we were. That came in pretty close to what we had anticipated. As far as the overall project, this tender is like phase 2, so I think we're going to have approximately four phases in the project. So to date, some of the pricing that we've received, we're more than pleased to see the results on some of these quotes.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Warden.
So thank you, Chair. And through you, to staff, is the pricing a reflection of getting out early in the year because the construction trade is a little slower or a little less business floating around January 1st?
Well, that was kind of one of our objectives is to get some tenders out early and start early in the year. as Mr. Davis alluded to, the reason we kind of chose to do this in like four stages or 4 phases, one was to reduce some cost where we wouldn't be utilizing a consultant. So we anticipated, we're going to save maybe 30 to 35K there, but more so that it was to do this in a timely manner. We wanted to advance the project as soon as possible, and we're probably going to save at least three months on the timeline of the project going this route of the 4 different phases.
Good move. Thank you very much.
Councillor from Laurentian Valley, please.
Do you have an estimated time for completion and setting up inside?
Thank you for that question, and through you, Chair. We anticipate that this project be completed sometime in Q2. We're aiming for May, and at that point, we anticipate that the base would be operational and functional, unless there is other potential delays in the next 2 phases of the project. But at this point, we're confident that we have a good timeline, we're on track, a good schedule.
Any other comments, questions? Seeing none, then I'll call the vote. All in favor? And that's carried. Thank you. And moving on, I will need a mover and a seconder to adopt the report as a whole. Moved by Councillor from Arnprior, seconded by Councillor from Town of Petawawa. Comments? Seeing none, all in favor? That's carried. Is there any new business? I see none. So the date of the next meeting will be Tuesday, February 13th, 2024, and I'll need a mover and a seconder to adjourn. Moved by Councillor from Laurentian Valley, seconded by Councillor from Town of McNabb-Braeside. All in favor? And that's carried. Thank you very much. We're adjourned.